Good morning, children. Today we are going to start the new poem. That is your last poem of Flamenco and Jennifer's Tigers. Let's see about the poet. We learn about the poet. Andrine Rich. She was born in 1929 to 2012. She was an American poet and essayist and feminist, one of the most widely read, influenced poets of the second half of the 20th century. She talks about a woman's experience in her married life. She has tried to explore the inner feelings of a woman who is living under the dominance of men. Let's go through the first stanza here. First stanza. Here goes. And Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz, denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree, the space in sleek, chivalric certainty. Prance means what? Jumping over, and the across means one from one corner to another. Denizens means dwellers, and sleek means smooth and glossy. Chivalric means honorable and brave, like heroism. Then the first stanza here, the poet says about the explanation starts here. The poet is talking about a lady whom she addresses as Aunt Jennifer. She is embroidering a piece of cloth. It could be a cloth, tablecloth or wall hanging. The pattern shows tigers who are moving and jumping around all over the fabric. They are bright yellow in color, like the color of the topaz stone. Here it is use of metaphor is used in this line. The dense green forest background is their home. They are proud and fearless citizens of the forest. Here is the contrast between Jennifer and her tigers. The tigers are fearless, but this lady who is embroidering them is not so. The tigers look elegant, shining, and full of gentleman's grace. Tigers look like elegant, shining, and full of gentleman's grace. The poet is describing a lady whom she addresses as Aunt Jennifer. She says that Aunt Jennifer is doing embroidery on a piece of cloth, which could be a tablecloth or a wall hanging. She has designed it with beautiful tigers which are running fearlessly in the green forest. She has described their beauty by comparing them with the precious yellow stone known as topaz. She says that they appear bright yellow in a green backdrop of the forest. They are fearless and they are not affected by the presence of men. Here we can sense the contrast between the behavior between the tigers and ant. Through the tigers designed by her are fearless, but she herself is afraid of her husband. Further, the poet says that the tigers are proud and fearless citizens of the forest. They are very shiny and elegant. So we will see the literary device used in this first stanza. Rhyming scheme is AABB. Like you can see here, screen, green, tree, certainty. These are rhyming scheme is used in the first stanza is AABV. Anaphora means what? Use of same word in two consecutive lines. They do not, and they pays it. They are used in the two consecutive lines. That is why this literary device is what? Anaphora. And third one is metaphor. Use of topaz to describe the yellow color of tigers. Bright topaz. Here bright topaz is written. That is what? Metaphor. Now we will go through the second stanza. And Jennifer's tigers and Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull, the massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Here the poet says, the lady's fingers are trembling with the fear of her husband. She is pursuing her hobby in her free time, but probably she is still afraid of her husband who could scold her. Her fingers are so tired of working endlessly in her life. The needle is so heavy for her to pull out of the cloth. The words Uncle's wedding band, as the band was bought by her husband, it is his till today. Lady is dependent on her husband. She is still burdened by the weight of the ring. Weight means the encirclement or trapping that has fallen upon her by getting married to him. She has been burdened by the obligations of married life and has become man's property. She has been living a demanding life due to which she has worn out in her old age. Here the poet describes that the fear of Aunt Jennifer towards her husband. She says that while she is doing embroidery, her fingers are quivering, means what? Shaking with fear of her husband. Her husband does not approve of her hobby of embroidery. Therefore, she trembles while she is embroidering the piece of cloth. It has become difficult for her to pull her needle up and down. Then she describes the wedding ring which was given by uncle to Aunt Jennifer on their wedding day. She says that it is a kind of burden for her to wear this ring. She has been tortured by her husband so much that the wedding ring, which could be a beautiful gift for her, seemed like a burden to her. She has faced so many difficulties in her married life that the little thing is described as a heavy band on her trembling hands. This means that the ring is associated with some bad experience in the form of torture which has faced because of her husband's dominating behavior. This was about the second stanza, and the literary device used in the second stanza, the rhyming scheme same as in the first stanza, A, B, B, and here alliteration is used. The same consonant letters are repeated. F sound is repeated in fingered fluttering. Now the third stanza. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still wrinkled with ordeals, which was mastered by the tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Here the poet says, her wish here, Aunt Jennifer wished to live a free, fearless life is indicated by her choice of design tigers. It shows her innermost desire of being strong, fearless, which has been overpowered by her husband. Probably her ordeal will end upon her death. Her frightened, shaking fingers will be put to rest. But still, even after death, the ring shall remain on her hand. That is, her husband's rule over her is not yet over. After the death, her desire of freedom and fearless shall remain alive in these tigers which she has been embroidered. The poet says that one can easily sense Aunt Jennifer's desire for freedom and fearlessness through her design of tigers. Further, she says that it is not possible for Aunt to achieve this freedom of her lifetime. She will attain it only after her death, but here also the irony of her life is that still she will be tied up with shackles in the form of her husband's wedding ring. The ring was the sole proof of the tortures which she had faced from her husband. On the other hand, there are tigers designed by Aunt Jennifer, which will always depict her desire of living a fearless life by jumping proudly and bravely on a piece of cloth. Literary device used in the third stanza is AABB, like lie by, made, unafraid. Alliteration, P sound is repeated here, prancing, proud. Here you will see the new words here. The first stanza, prance. Let's go through the new words here. We have learned the first stanza is what? Prance. Prance means what? Walk or move around with highly springly steps. Okay. Prance means what? Walk or move around with high springy steps. Topaz means what? A bright yellow colored stone. And denizens here means what? An animal that lives or is found in a particular place. In the first stanza, sleek means what? Elegant. And chivalric means what? Being courteous, especially to women. An act of an gentleman, like hero. Okay? Chivalric means what? Like a hero. We will go to the new words in the second stanza. Orders. Orders means what? Extremely severe test or experiences. Prancing means what? To move around proudly. Fluttering means to move in a quick, irregular motions as if being agitated. Now, we will go through some of the questions which can come in the examination. I will read out the questions and I'll say the answers also. Just go through these answers also. The first question, it can come from this poem, is how do denizens and chivalric add to our understanding of the tiger's attitudes? In this, you have to write, like I am only telling the main points, what all points you have to write in this answer. The word denizens means that they are proud of their home. They feel safe there and have a feeling of belonging attached to it. The word chivalric shows that they have a majestic and worthy position like knights. The second question, why do you think Aunt Jennifer's hands are fluttering through her wool? In the second stanza, why is she finding the needle so hard to pull? Her hands are fluttering probably because she is scared of her husband, who could come anytime and scold her for sitting idle and wasting her time doing embroidery, and she finds needle so heavy. Now the third question, why do what is suggested by the image massive weight of uncle's wedding band? Massive weight of uncle's wedding band suggests symbolically that the binding and obligation of her marriage are so much that they have put a lot of burden and stress on her. Next question, of what or of whom is Aunt Jennifer terrified within the third stanza? The simple answer is, I will say you have to write all the things, introduction and everything while writing the answers. But I am saying this only the main point. She is terrified of her husband. The question is, of what or whom is Aunt Jennifer terrified in the third stanza? Answer is what? She is terrified of her husband. Now, what are the orders Aunt Jennifer surrounded by, and why is it significant that the poet uses the word ringed? What are the meanings of the word ringed in the poem? Orders are obeying her husband's orders, fear of man, giving in to his dominance and fulfilling his commands. Ringed indicates that entrepreneur. As the ring encircles the finger, similarly her husband has encircled her in his clutches. Her body and soul are both trapped, struggling for freedom and fearlessness. Now we will see the next question. Why do you think Aunt Jennifer created animals that are so different from her own character? What might the poet be suggesting through his difference? You can write in this way. I think that Aunt Jennifer's intense desire for freedom and fearlessness came out through her creativity. This is the time when she is with herself and then her innermost feelings are expressed. Here, her medium of expression is the embroidery, through which this difference it is shown that lady is not what she is. Her circumstances have made her so, but even she has decided to live life with respect and pride. Now we will see the interpret symbols are found in this poem. Denizens of a world of Greek means what? Inhabitants of the forest. Massive weight of uncle's wedding band means the burden of marital obligation. Sits heavily upon aunt means what? Means has laid a lot of stress on her. Ringed with orders means to get entrapped in hardships and suffering. Now last question is here. Do you sympathize with Aunt Jennifer? What is the attitude of the speaker towards Aunt Jennifer? So you can write, yes, I sympathize with Aunt Jennifer. The speaker is also sympathetic towards her and hates dominating man. We will, at last, we will see the gist of the, means what the overall summary of this poem. Here, once again, I will say the overall, the summary of the poem. The poet expresses the inner feeling of a woman, Aunt Jennifer. The aunt is embroidering a piece of cloth comprising of energetic, fearless tigers moving freely around the bright greenery. She is living a life of very submissive uh, life, and the pattern of free and fearless tigers reflects her inner desire to live a free and fearless life. The tigers are graceful, elegant, bright, and Jennifer tigers tremble as she embroiders. She is old, but still she fears her husband. She does not enjoy the freedom to do anything as her wish. She is scared doing the embroidery too and fears his warmth. Since the day she got married, she has been fulfilling the demands of her husband. The wedding ring on her hand is a constant reminder that she belongs to her husband. The burden of the demanding marriage has exhausted her. The torment will not end until her death. Even after her death, the ring will remain on her hand and she will never be free. On the other hand, the tigers that she is embroidering will continue to move around freely forever. Her desire of freedom and fearlessness will live on through her fingers. So, I hope you would have understood this poem. Until next class, you go through this poem and try the question answers of this particular poem. So, till then, goodbye and keep practicing.